Hi, Future Rian here. I'm coming back to put some disclaimers at the start of this video because there's a few things that's very important to note. The first thing is I wrote this list on December 3rd when Promobricks leaked the prices for the summer 2022 wave. So that's when this was written. And then I originally recorded this, the rest of this video, on the 11th of January. So two things to note of those dates. So December 3rd was before the premiere of Book of Boba Fett by like 3 or 4 weeks. And January 11th was after the premiere by a few episodes, but it was still using what I wrote from December 3rd. There has been a lot of leaks and a lot of rumours that's come out since, and also the entirety of Book of Boba Fett came out since. So these predictions are fairly outdated, but I still want to make the video just for the sake of documenting them, because I made one or two pretty cool predictions, and I want to set the record straight and make sure that everyone knows that they're legitimate before we get into it. And with that out of the way, let's go back to past Rian. I originally wasn't going to make a summer 2022 predictions list until every winter wave set was officially revealed, but Promobricks on Instagram potentially leaked all the prices for the summer wave, so I thought if leaks are coming out now, I best do it as early as possible so I don't get it spoiled on me. I'd rather not have the advantage of knowing in advance what the prices are before making the list, but I mean, they're out there and I've read them, so I'm just going to take the springboard. Starting at 75323, it's going to be €160, and €160 for a summer wave set is usually something same size as a Star Destroyer or Millennium Falcon. Like in the past we got the First Order Star Destroyer, the Episode 9 Falcon, the Imperial Light Cruiser last summer, and the AT-AT the summer before that. Originally my guess was an original trilogy Millennium Falcon based on Episode 6, but the Episode 9 one is still out, and I don't think it'll be retired anytime soon. So I think instead of a Falcon, I'm just going to play it safe and guess an updated Imperial Star Destroyer. They've only done 2 to date, in 2006 and 2014, so it's probably due a remake in their eyes. For minifigures, the last came with 6, so I'm going to guess this will come with 5 because of LEGO revaluing minifigures. These I think will be Darth Vader with non-printed arms, a Grand Moff Tarkin, an Imperial officer in a grey outfit, 2 Stormtroopers with the new helmets, and a droid, probably either a black astromech or a mouse droid. Next is the exciting one, the €530 set, which they specify will be a Master Builder series set. I'd have guessed it to be a Master Builder series set regardless of the leak, because of LEGO's pattern of releasing high-end sets over the past few years, but this is considerably more expensive than I'd have guessed, to be honest. The way I see it, it could either be one of 3 sets. It'd either be an Endor bunker, a remake of the Assault on Hoth, or a remake of the most recent Death Star. I was originally going to guess it to be a remake of the Assault on Hoth, and I was really convinced on this for a while. I even had my minifigures listed, but that price really turned me off because the last Assault on Hoth set was only €250. This is over twice that. And the Assault on Hoth set was fairly reasonably sized. I can't imagine them putting twice as much stuff in there. The only other Master Builder series set in that price range is the last Death Star, which is $480. And since that's retired, I think realistically they're just going to remake a Death Star. Hopefully they update it this time with maybe some removable panels just to make up that €50 price hike, but I can see them not even doing that and just rebranding the box so that it says Master Builder Series instead of Ultimate Collector Series, and updating a few of the minifigures to be more modern, like for example giving Vader his arm printing, maybe giving Han some dual molded legs. They need to update the Stormtroopers to have the new helmet. They'll probably just go through the minifigures same as they did last time and just update them as needed. And I think with those slightly updated figures, potentially added paneling, and the rebranding to Master Builder Series, I feel like that's enough for LEGO to justify the extra price and re-release the set, which I think will annoy a lot of people. For 75332 and 75333, both are €30, so I won't spend too long on them. And I'm hoping this is where they'll throw in some prequel era set, ideally with some clones. Perfect set would be a 2/12 battle pack similar to the 501st, but I don't think that'll happen. I feel like this is just going to be some disappointing original trilogy set, like the Death Star Escape from a few years ago. My guess this time would be Death Star Duel or something, depicting Ben Kenobi versus Darth Vader in Episode 4. Minifigures would be something like Darth Vader, Ben Kenobi, and a Stormtrooper. The other €30 set is probably related to the Obi-Wan TV series. I couldn't even guess this because at the time of writing this, the Book of Boba Fett hasn't even premiered, so this is just real guesswork. All we know about the Kenobi series is that Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru will be in it, so I'm guessing this will just be a Skywalker homestead set for €30, same style as Obi-Wan's hut, and the minifigures would be Uncle Owen, Obi-Wan / Ben Kenobi, and Aunt Beru, and maybe a baby Luke minifigure. The next one is 75334, and that'll be €50. This is kind of a difficult price point, but there was a rumor floating around about getting a Republic fighter tank with Mace Windu and some purple clones not too long ago, and I don't think that rumor's gone away, so I'm just going to go with it and agree with the rumor and guess a Mace Windu minifigure, 2 purple clone troopers, and 2 regular battle droids. 75333 is one of 5 sets on the list at or above €100, which feels like a lot for a single wave. My original guess was a Juggernaut from The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 7, but at this point it's been so long since that episode aired that I don't think they'd do it, with the Book of Boba Fett and the Obi-Wan series coming out in between. My guess is that it'll be something from the finale or one of the later episodes of the Book of Boba Fett. The show's not even premiered yet, so it's impossible for me to predict what the finale will be, but my bold prediction is that Cad Bane will show up in live action for it and wrestle Boba Fett for control of the criminal underworld. I feel like the series will end with their duel that was cut from the Clone Wars, so my prediction is some ship from the show, probably Cad Bane's ship, with 4 minifigures, them being Boba Fett, Fennec Shand, Cad Bane, and some other random character like Bosk or Dengar who probably accompanies Cad Bane, but we'll see. For 75336, I'm going to be super optimistic here and say it's an ATTE. It's been 20 years since the release of Attack of the Clones, but even still this is just pure hope. I barely believe it at all, but surely if they were going to do an ATTE anytime soon, it would be now. If this is a set, I think it'll include 2 Geonosis battle droids, a Phase 1 clone trooper, and then 2 Jedi who were at the Battle of Geonosis. For my predictions, I put Shak Ti and Bolter Swan, just because Bolter Swan hasn't been made in LEGO form yet, and Shak Ti hasn't been made in LEGO live-action form yet, and this would be a good opportunity to do that. 75337 is set to be €140, which could also be a Millennium Falcon, but again, that Episode 9 Falcon is still available, so I don't think that'll be it. Instead, I think it's going to be a different original trilogy ship, and that they'll remake the Jabba sail barge from Episode 6. For the minifigures, I think there'll be 6, namely Jabba the Hutt, Bib Fortuna, Hutt Slayer Leia, not Slave Leia, and the name change will probably annoy some people, R2-D2 with the table tray, the same way they did it in the last one, and 2 Gamorrean guards. 75338 is supposed to be €70, and this will probably be a decent sized ship with 4 good minifigures. Again, probably original trilogy or based on the Obi-Wan series or Book of Boba Fett. The chances of a Clone Wars ship like an ARC 170 is pretty much 0, so I'm going to guess something from the original trilogy, again with B-Wing, with 4 minifigures based on Episode 6 or something like that. I couldn't really come up with anything different from the last B-Wing they did, so I'm just going to say a B-Wing Rebel pilot, 10 Num again since he was in the last 2, and 2 Stormtroopers. 75340 is an advent calendar supposedly, so I'm not going to argue with that. I'm also not really going to predict it because it's not really a set. 75342 is €40, and this is where they could probably throw in another Episode 2 set. I can't really come up with a better suggestion or idea than a remake of the Bounty Hunter Pursuit set from 2002 with maybe slightly beefier builds. I could see them maybe doing 500 pieces and including 3 minifigures, namely Anakin and Obi-Wan from Episode 2 and a Zam Wessel. And finally, 75343. I'm assuming it's 75343 and not 243. Same thing with the last one because those numbers were already taken. For this one, I couldn't really come up with anything for €60 other than reusing my guess from the last predictions video and saying Captain Rex's Y-Wing from Bad Batch. We've only gotten 1 Bad Batch set to date, so surely they'll throw in at least 1 more. So for 75343, I think there'll be 3 minifigures, Hunter, Omega, and a Captain Rex. Realistically, I could see them actually charging €70 for this instead of 60, but €60 is the supposed price, and I can't think of anything else for that price, so I'll leave it at that. Hi, future Rian again. So yeah, those are my predictions. You could see the Cad Bane prediction specifically, and the ATTE look very likely to be happening. It's pretty cool that I predicted the Cad Bane thing as early on. I swear that was legitimate. I have my receipts. Here's a breakdown of the point system I used to determine how accurate my predictions were. I'll probably look back at these videos at the end of the year and see how accurate they were for the year. But yeah, those were my predictions. I already know based on the rumour lists that are out now that a lot of them were wrong. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Farewell.